Yo, hit the sub, hit the bell, let's get into it. So today I'm doing a little bit of a comparison between possible batches. This here is an older batch of True Religion for Women. This is a perfume that I purchased for my wife about 4 years ago almost. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I thought it was a beautiful scent for a woman. So of course that ran out and the scent was discontinued. It was no longer available in stores. So if you found it online or something like that. And I haven't been able to find it. I finally found a bottle on fragrancex.com. This is the new box here. And I'm just checking out some comparisons. So, alright. So we are taking a look at both of the bottles. We have them both side by side here. Both of these are True Religion for Women. This was released originally in 2008, and you can see some slight differences. I want to do like a side-by-side comparison of the bottles. The bottle on the right is a little bit more green. Also the caps, of course, mine is a little older. This is the one I purchased for my wife, and you see like the wear and tear on the bottle, things like that. But everything is pretty much spot on. Everything is pretty close. The logo on the left side looks a little smaller. Take the cap off here, you can see it's a little worn and a little dirty, but you can see that there is no lining present in here. It's just the plastic lining on the inside of the cap. There's no metal or sheet metal lining or anything like that. But when you take this cap off, you see that there's a little sheet metal lining on the inside, and that the overall size of the hole in the cap, or the diameter, is a little bit smaller as well. You see that it's a little darker on the newer cap as well. It's a little more black than it is brown. Also, the atomizers are a little different as well. Here the atomizer, you can excuse all the dirt there, but here the atomizer is a bit wider, sits up a little taller, has like a little collar around it. That's how this particular atomizer looks. And here is the second atomizer. So this one looks a lot different. Doesn't really have that tall collar that sits up top. Sort of newer, or a little cheaper if you ask me. Take this cap back off so you can see the difference and see the comparison. But yeah, the other one looks a little more polished. It has a more of a polished metal look, more than this one does. This one looks just looks a little duller. But yeah, that is the atomizers. Looking at the bottom of the bottles here, you see the True Religion logo right on the sticker, and I'm assuming that that is the batch code 9217. I was having trouble finding these or locating these batch codes. I was typing them in and nothing's popping up. On the bottom of this one, you can see the batch code, but it's behind the sticker, and also the True Religion logo isn't done in the logo in the font that is normally done, and it's done in more of a basic font. And the batch code for this one is 20,006 is the batch code for that one. So I'm assuming that if it was reformulated and it's a new batch, that this is of course the later batch. Also, I was noticing the cap, you hear that snap. You can hear that snap with that one, but for some odd reason with this one, you really don't hear much of a snap at all. It just sort of slides on. You can feel that metal brush against the metal on the inside, and that's a little irritating as well. But that one doesn't snap. It just sort of slides right on. It's snug, but I was noticing that it was a difference as well. You notice that there is a difference in just the color and the shade of the box. This box has more of a slight yellow or a very, very light brown tint to it. And also the details on this box are a little bit lighter than the new box. I like all the details that they put around the box. I think that's pretty cool. And here's a side-by-side comparison. You can see like that slight yellowish tint to the older box compared to that really bright sort of white and black print on the newer box. Looking at the newer box here, it just looks as if there was way more contrast put into the print, as well as some glitter. If you look closely there, you can see that there's like a little shimmer of glitter right there. On the old box, it did not have that. So I thought that was pretty cool that they added that. If this is reformulated, I can appreciate it, and I definitely could understand that. I just wanted to make sure everything was on the up and up. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I can get a closer look at that, and you can really just see like that glitter, that shimmer on the box, the darker contrast in colors and everything in comparison to the old box. And you can see the batch code here, but I didn't notice any batch code on this one, so that caught my attention a little bit. Here's the top, see that comparison, and here's the back of this one. Now, one thing I was noticing on the back of this one, it didn't have as many ingredients listed as the old one. I don't know if this is a part of the reformulation that happened and they left some things out or included different things, but here you see about 4 lines of ingredients, and on here you only see 3. See those 3 ingredients drop off. But yeah, you can definitely see like the difference in print and just how everything looked. To me, this scent is a lot for one. It's a lot for one package to me. This scent has a lot of fruit, has a lot of good citrus that's well balanced. Nothing is overpowering. Nothing is unwelcome or too much, overdone. Nothing is underdone. Like everything is just perfect so far as the fruits and those top notes. And then it does this thing where it warms up and it becomes just a little bit smoky for a woman. You know what I mean? This scent to me had excellent layers to it. It was such a deep fragrance, but at the same time it can be casual, it can be fun. At the same time it's able to be approachable. I love this scent. I can easily spot this scent out of any fragrance that she wears, and she has a lot. This one always turned my head when she put this on. This is one of my favorite ones, and it was significant for a few reasons. It was significant because it was one of the first fragrances that I purchased for her that we both enjoyed and that got a reaction out of me. She always smelled nice. That was no issue, but it was the fact that this one actually caught my attention. Very deep, dark, rich, playful, citrusy, smoky, and this is a perfume, and it does well. 10 out of 10 all day for me. One of my all-time favorite perfumes. This is the new bottle. Now, I don't know how, I'm still new to the fragrance world, so I'm not sure how reformulations go, or when a scent's been reformulated. You know, does the bottle change at all? Does some of the details on the packaging may change, stuff like that. I know batch codes vary from batch to batch, of course. Yeah, let's take a smell on this one. And this one smells just as good, but there's depth that this one does not have that one does. This smells it smells just like it. It smells delicious. It smells deep, wood. It has all of that, but it's just a little bit of depth that's just missing. Overall, it's a great scent, but there is something lacking. Also on these bottles, I was noticing here, this bottle, the ridges are a little more defined and a little more deep. When you fill the bottle, you can feel those ridges a lot more prominent, and you know, they're a little more obvious than this one. With this one, you don't really see the ridges as easy. This one, you don't really feel the ridges as much. It's a little more, I guess, shallow in comparison to this bottle. That's one thing I was noticing. Also, the tint of the bottle as well is a bit different. This one has more of a very, very light green tint. This one doesn't have any. I don't know if this is just from the years of us having it, but I've always sort of noticed that particular color in comparison to just the plain frosted glass appearance that this one has. In comparison, I paid about maybe $150 or $170 for this one. For this on fragrance.x or fragrancex or fragrant.net, I paid about $60. So there's a huge price difference, but I was noticing difference in the integrity of the scent a little. I don't think that anything was like necessarily tampered with. It could just simply be a reformulation. The batch code for this one is like 20,006, and the batch code for this one is 9217. Of course, this is a much earlier batch. This is a much later batch. If from just judging from the numbers, I don't know. I'm not sure how batch numbers go, if there's a sequence in the numbers, or if that means anything. But judging from the way this looks like it's a much later batch, and that it's been reformulated a bit. Some of the listings on the ingredients were a little different from the original, so that could be a clear sign that something was reformulated. Like I said, overall, still a great smelling scent. Just smells incredible. It's just that when you know something, you just know it, and there's just a certain richness, a certain depth to it that this one doesn't go to. It's still deep, but it's just a certain level of depth that this one just isn't going to, that the old one did. That is it for this video, you guys. I definitely recommend checking this scent out. It still smells excellent even as it is. There isn't much changes to it, just a little bit of the depth that we're missing. I would definitely recommend you guys at least trying it out and checking it out. It's an excellent scent for the ladies. Fellas, if you're looking to pick up a nice little gift for your lady and something a little different from off the beat that she's maybe used to wearing, definitely check this out. It's definitely worth a buy, definitely worth at least a sniff. That is it for this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later, man. Peace.